Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 25th, and today was a lovely gorgeous day outside. Weather was insane. Like, this is why you live here in Florida. Weather like this was just stunning, of all levels stunning. Got up this morning, hit the hot tub like I try to do most days. Got a few other things taken care of. We kind of had a little bit of a I don't know, didn't get much sleep. We had some horrendous dreams, actually, some nightmares of just unusual proportion. It's ridiculous, but dealing with a bunch of the junk, trying to figure out what's going on with Karen's father's car. Gave the keys away, it got stolen, whatever you want to call it, and still no word yet on that. So we kind of waited around a day. Karen asked me right before she left for work if I'd be able to go up and run him around if he needed places to go or had things he had to do, whatever. I said, yeah, I guess. So kind of hung around the house all day. I didn't really do nothing major. I was wanting to go out to Door Sleeper and run the trails out there, and I didn't want to be that far away because it's like a half an hour drive there. And depending on what part I'm in the park, it can be, hell, an hour from the truck at the nearest point, and then another half an hour drive back, and so on and so forth. Really delays me helping him. So hung around the house instead. Got a few things done. Ran the CNC router for a while, working on a couple things there, trying to figure out what I want to do. And luckily so far, I've just been playing with scrap wood, and because I have not got it tuned in exactly how I want it yet. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I want the layout of a couple new projects I'm working on, and definitely glad I'm not wasting, $40 piece of wood or even $20 piece of wood. So these were free to me. I got them from Home Depot, and they're throwing out a bunch of scraps. So 2x6s or 2x8s, I don't know how they are. They're a big ass piece of wood. So been using those, and that's been working out real well for me. So again, it doesn't cut quite the same as my fancy wood will, but it'll give me the idea of the overall project. So I spent a good chunk of the day doing that. Also decided I needed to go get my run in, but I couldn't go very far from the house. Again, like I said, didn't know if I was going to go help her dad out or not. So I basically took off for my run, took the little boxer I've got, I'm watching it with me, and basically just stayed between 26th and 30th Avenue, back and forth, and just up and down every street right there, just so I didn't get very far from the house. So I was gone for a little over an hour. The cut was going to take about an hour in the router, so got back to the house, had about 6 minutes before it finished up. So went ahead, got a bit switched over, switched the next part of the cut, and then grabbed my dog as well. So Bruce and I and the little boxer, all three went out for a run, which didn't go quite as smoothly as I thought it could have. Did all right, but it wasn't flawless by any means. Trying to run with two dogs, and they both had tuckered out by that point. I got done about more on a 2, and it was over an hour later. So went ahead and took them both back to the house, shut the router and stuff off in the dust collector, and then headed out for the third time to finish my run, and left them behind so I could pick up the pace on that last little bit there to finish up my run in the time frame I wanted. Got back to the house, got myself cleaned up, got a shower, all the good fun stuff. She finally got home from work. Everything was great there. It was just busy, crazy. She needs another employee. She needs like an assistant or something, or somebody else take part of her load off. But went ahead. She asked me if I wanted some pallets, and I said yes, but I'd like to pick them up tomorrow if possible. I'd found a topper I wanted to go get, and asked if I could go there today. He said it wasn't home until like later, like 6 or so, and he's gonna get there. And I was like, okay. So I talked to Karen. She said she wanted to go with me. So I said, okay, that's cool. I'll push it off. No big deal. Waited for her to get off work. Ironically, shortly after she said she wanted to go, he texted me and said, hey, I'm getting off work early. I'll be home like 4:30, kind of thing. Maybe a little before that. I was like, well, shit. So instead of running over there, I would have been back at that point, by 5:30, 5:45, whatever. I'd already told Karen I'd take her over with me. So went ahead and waited around. Told him it'd be after, 6 before I get there. I had to wait for my wife to get off work. So went ahead. I waited for her to get back here to the house. I threw a soda in the cooler, which I didn't even end up using, but grabbed the dog and my dogs, the two dogs, and Karen and I hopped up in the truck and we headed out. Stopped in at Popeyes just to grab a chicken sandwich, just because I didn't want to try and cook nothing. I had to go get a topper and stuff. Got there, it was getting dark, but not too bad. With toppers in good enough shape for the price I'm paying for it, and it's not brand new. It's like $2,600 type thing. Went ahead and got it put in the truck. It came off an exact same year truck as mine, so fit just fine. And there's no bolts or nothing in my bed yet to bolt it in, so I just took some of my big ass bar clamps and clamped it down to the frame, to the bed rails, and basically hauled it home, made some squeaking and banging. I didn't get too far from the house and pulled over and checked it, and one of my clamps that came loose, which I had 4 on there, so that was perfectly fine. I did leave the back window open on my truck to kind of listen to the topper in case it started moving around. I wanted to be able to have a little more knowledge of what's happening with it, so worked out, got it home. Basically, we didn't do much after that. I took the dogs out, played with them for a while, had myself a cigar. Such a beautiful night. Hung outside for a while, just gorgeous weather, and wrapped it up, called it an evening. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.